are you? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Coral and I own a travel agency that specializes in Disney vacations, and that's why I share my love and passion and tips and tricks for Disney on this channel every week for people just like you who love all things Disney or are curious about Disney vacations. So happy to have you here. I hope you enjoy today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 questions you should ask yourself before planning a Walt Disney World vacation. The first question you should ask yourself is, when should we travel to Walt Disney World? When is the best time? There are, 12 months out of the year, and some months are quieter than other months at the Disney parks. Summer months being the most busy, holidays being very busy, spring breaks for schools being very busy. Know when you can go and what to expect when you can go. So if it's going to be a quiet time, know that in advance. If it's going to be a busy time, know that in advance. Don't let the time that you can go dissuade you from going, whether it's busy or not. I've been there at all times of the year. Just know what to expect when you are there. And there's no right or wrong time to go. Go when it's best for you. The second question to ask yourself is, who is going? Is it just going to be you? Is it going to be two people? Is it going to be a family? It's important to know this because, and you'll figure that out, right? Because this is your trip. But it's important to think about that because most of the rooms that are Disney property rooms hold 4 people. Some only hold 2 if it's just a king-size bed. But if you are a family of 5 or more, your Disney resort hotel options are a little bit more limited. So it's important to know in the beginning who's going to be going so you can help determine what resort property you want to stay at. Number 3, you really want to think about how long you want to stay. Are you going for a long weekend? Are you going for a full week? Are you going for more than a week if you're coming from abroad and you really have about 2 weeks for your holiday? Know that in advance. This can help you make a good plan and find the perfect property for you and your family. Number 4, we have to talk about this and we have to think about this. You need to know your budget. If you know your budget, you're not going to be disappointed, right? If you can only afford a certain amount, less than $2,000, you need to know that you'll be staying most likely at a value resort. Is there a problem in this? Absolutely not. If you have a budget between $2,000 and $4,000, maybe you'd want to focus on a moderate resort, or you'd want to go to a value resort and add the Disney dining plan. Those could be your options. If you have a budget of $3,000 to $5,000 plus, you might want to stay at a moderate resort and get the Disney dining plan, or you may choose to stay at a deluxe resort with some more amenities. Know your budget and stick to your budget. It doesn't matter what your budget is. If you are staying at a Disney resort hotel for your vacation, you get the same benefits as anyone else staying on property. Whether you're staying at a value resort, a moderate resort, or a deluxe resort, you get them all. You get the free Magical Express. You get the free Disney transportation. You get this. So know your budget and stick to it. Number 5, you really do want to ask yourself, I've been talking about staying on Disney property. You need to ask yourself what's most important. Are you going to stay on Disney property at one of these hotels, or are you going to stay off property? Think about that before you start planning this trip. Number 6, you want to think about along those same lines, where do we want to stay? Where do I want to stay? You need to ask yourself that because there are some different locations. If your family wants to stay close to Magic Kingdom because you have young children and you really feel like the majority of the time you'll want to be there, you may want to consider staying at one of the deluxe monorail resorts because it is right there, right outside of Magic Kingdom. If you love Epcot and you might be going during the Food and Wine Festival in the fall and you want to be able to walk into Epcot or you want to walk to Hollywood Studios, you may want to consider the Boardwalk area, the Yachter Beach Club, the Boardwalk Resort. These are some things you want to think about. Know the parks that you love and see which resorts are close to that park. That'll help you determine where you want to stay. And the budget will play a factor into that too, so pay attention to the budget. Along those same lines, number 7, know what parks you want to visit. Do you just want to visit Magic Kingdom and Epcot? Again, that's very important to know. Do you want to visit all 4 of the theme parks? Do you want to be able to go in and out of as many theme parks as you can during the day? Know that in advance, make a plan around it, and this will help you determine what the best options are for your family. Number 8 is think about the type of ticket package you really want for your family or for you if this is your solo trip. Think about the type of tickets. So there are base tickets, which allow you to go in and out of one theme park per day. And there are park hopper tickets. And those tickets allow you to go in and out of any of the 4 theme parks that Walt Disney World has during the same day. And then there's Park Hopper Plus that also gives you access to the water parks. Someone's mowing outside. Sorry about that, but that's just the reality. So think about how you want to go about your day. What makes best sense for you? You have to determine that yourself. If you have a long trip, maybe you just want a base ticket. If you have a long trip, maybe you actually want a park hopper ticket. So you can have the flexibility that those park hopper tickets give you. If you have a short trip, you might find it easiest for you to get a park hopper ticket to visit as many parks as you want, or again, you may just want to visit one park and you could visit that day every single day of your trip. It is all up to you and what is best for you. So just give some time to reflect during this planning process. The 9th question you should ask yourself before you are planning or while you are planning your Walt Disney World vacation is, how am I going to get to Walt Disney World? Am I going to drive? Do I have the ability to drive? Am I going to fly? Do I have that ability? Am I going to take a train? Probably not a train. I mean, maybe you'll take a train partway depending on where you are. I doubt you rent a car, but you probably would just drive instead of renting a car. Anyway, you know what I mean. Think about how you're going to get there, because plane tickets do add an extra cost, right, to your Walt Disney World vacation, as does now parking at a Disney Resort hotel. There is a charge to park per night depending on where you are staying on a Disney Resort hotel property. So know that in advance too. There's pros and cons to flying or driving, but just determine what makes best sense for you. The 10th question and the last question to ask yourself is, do I want the Disney dining plan? Most of you might hear about, what's the Disney dining plan? Do I want the Disney dining plan? Does it make sense for me to get the Disney dining plan? The answer is, it all depends on a lot of things. How you want to eat while you're at Walt Disney World. If you want to eat at a lot of character meals, these are very expensive, and you can actually save money if you get the Disney dining plan, if you eat at a lot of these restaurants. Some people just like the fact that it's kind of like an all-inclusive vacation if they have the Disney dining plan added to their package. The only thing additional you would have to pay while you were at Disney would be the gratuities for the sit-down meals. So knowing that your meals are paid for in advance is kind of a nice thing for a lot of people, and it gives them comfort. So it really just depends what you find is most important for you. Take some time to think about it, reflect on it, and that will be really helpful for you while you're planning your next Walt Disney World vacation. Whew, guys, we made it through. This was pretty fast. I hope this information was helpful for you. If it was, give this video a thumbs up, and let's help some other Disney friends in the process. If you have a friend who's going to Walt Disney World and this will be their first time, or they haven't been in many years, consider sharing this video to them. I hope this information will be helpful for them as well. And just to let you know, CoralJoyTravel, the agency that I own, specializes in Disney vacations. Basically, 95% of our business is for Disney direct. So we really do specialize. I will leave a link to our website below. We have agents on our team that can help you. And I am an agent as well, not only the owner, but I do help. So if you want some extra assistance and you want the expertise of a travel agency that specializes in Disney to help you on your next Walt Disney World vacation. We're going to go over these same 10 questions to help you find the best fit for you. Basically, you want to make a vacation that will fit your needs, just your needs, not anybody else's. You do what fits for you, and that will be the right decision for you. Whew. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time here and you're not yet a subscriber, consider subscribing. I love getting to know you all. So many of you are taking the time now to comment, and you're telling me, Coral, I have a YouTube channel, or Coral, thank you so much for this tip, or Coral, can you do a video on this? Anything like that, guys, let's connect in the comments below. I truly try to my very best to answer all of your questions and to respond to each and every one of you. Genuinely, I so appreciate every one of you who are here, and I hope you have the most magical vacation when you head down to Walt Disney World. Coral Joy Travel, a touch of magic, sharing joy. Bye, guys. Have a great day.